Hey, friends, it is Monday, September 25th. You're not in school, so hopefully everything's okay. This is what you missed today. So, the first thing that we did is that formative assessment that we took, we passed that back out. We went over it. We looked at the points that we plotted, and then we just checked to see, okay, are you understanding what's going on? And if you made a mistake on your assessment, why do you think you made that mistake? So we tried to diagnose that. Then what we did is we passed out new homework packets, and we also went on to check our Google Classroom, just so you can see where the grades are. You can see where your participation points are, and then you can see where your homework and participation grades are. And then we talked about, do you know how to get on Infinite Campus? Because that's where we check where we put the formative assessments and the summative assessments. Those go on Infinite Campus. So we got two places to keep grades. We go to Google Classroom, homework and participation. We go to Infinite Campus, summative and formative assessments. Then what we did after finishing that is we went into 2.1.1 and we just looked at our homework. So we said, okay, that was 1.2.1. Wait a minute, no. So then we went into our homework packet and we said, for today, we want you to work on 2.1.1 and problems 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we just gave you 15 minutes and we said, as much as you can get done in this time, get done in this time, okay? So then from there we stopped. We said, okay, put everything back in your packet. And now we're going to talk about the lesson. So the lesson was in 2.1.2. So then we said, do you remember how to get on your ebook? The kids went into CPM math. And from there they went into more math for more people. And then we logged in. See if you remember all this. Found our ebooks. Went into here. And opened up 2.1.2. And these are the learning targets for this lesson. And it says our learning targets. We will find the perimeter of shapes formed with tiles. We will differentiate between the dimensions, the length and the width of the tiles in the area. And then we'll combine the terms to find the simplest expression to represent perimeter. Okay, so we're looking at perimeter today, or the distance around the outside of our shapes. And then our success criteria is we can find the area and perimeter of algebra tiles. We can combine like terms. So that's what we're working on today. So if we take a look at the lesson, the first part of the lesson was I would just put out algebra tiles, and then I would try to figure out what's the name for this algebra tile. Then I wanted to find the perimeter of each tile. Okay, so if we went into our tools here, so I'm just going to open up the eTools, and I said, okay, we're going to put this out here. What is the perimeter of this? And then somebody would say, well, this is X, and I'm like, oh, right, and this is 1, and this is 1, and that's X. So I said, fine, what's the perimeter? And they said X plus 1 plus X plus 1. I said, great, is there another way to say that? And they said, well, we have 2 x's plus 2 units, so it would have to be 2x plus 2. Beautiful. What about this one? Well, this is y squared, so this is y, this is y, this is y, this is y. That has to be 4y. This one, tricky one, this is y, y, x, and x. Y, y, x, and x. So how many y's do we have? We have 2 y's, and then we have 2 x's, 2y plus 2x. All right. This one was y plus 1 plus 1, 2y plus 2. And then this one was 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. So that one was 4 units. And we kind of differentiated between the number 4 and 4 units. So we will call that 4 units. Next part of the exercise is we said, what terms match with from the left to the right? So if you had 3 x's, and I'll clear this one up, you had 3 x's, 1, 2, 3. which term on the right would match 3x's? Would it be 6y squared? Would it be 7xy? Would it be 13, negative 7c, 9a to the 4th power, s, or 5x's? And what the kids discovered is the closest thing in terms to 3x would be 5x. All right. And look at this one. The term is y squared. So is there another y squared over here? Okay. So that's what we did in that part. We matched terms. Then we came back to here and we said, I gave them this one and I said, go ahead as a group and put this together. So I want you to put it on your Chromebook, then I want you to draw it, and then I want you to figure out the expression for the perimeter. Okay, so this one was x plus 1 plus x plus 1 plus y plus 1 plus x plus 1 plus x. Get the idea? Where they got tricky is like in this one, because this is x, 1, 1, and this little piece is x take away 1, right? So it's like x minus 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So then we have to figure out what that one is. Same thing with this shape, and then finally in D. And then, I'm not sure if we're going to get to this problem or not, but if we knew the perimeter of each shape, what would happen if we called each x a 3? And what would happen if we called each y an 8? All right. Then from there, we looked at the homework. So this was the homework for 2.1.2. And that was 17. Simplify each algebraic expression. And I said to the kids, use your algebra tiles for this one. And that was combining like terms. Next one, if the tiles have the dimensions shown at right, what is the name of the tile collection below? That is, what is the area of all the pieces? Write the expression algebraically using x squared, y squared, and xy. And they link us right to the homework tools for that problem. That's pretty cool. So they have it all done for us. Remember that one meaning of the word evaluate is to replace a variable with a number and to calculate the results. For example, evaluating the expression x squared when x is negative 2 results in the solution negative 2 times negative 2. That's squared, so it's times itself. So then they said, well, what's negative 4 times d plus 3 if the d is negative 1? So we have to go negative 4 times negative 1 plus 3. Or put 4 in for k and negative 10 in for m. Or put 6 in for t and negative 3 for w. Or 7 in for x and 5 in for y. Small bag of colored candies has about 135 candies in it, 27 are blue. At this rate, how many blue candies would you expect in a pile of 1,000 colored candies? Right? Can you set up equivalent fractions? 10 calculators cost $149.50. How much would 100 cost? 1,000, 500. If you can figure out 100 and 1,000, could you take half to get to 500? I think you could. And then examine the graph at the right. Name the coordinates of points A, B, C, and D in XY form. Well, A, we go negative 1. Remember, we do x-axis first, right? So we go negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. X is negative 4. Then we go positive 1, positive 2, positive 3, negative 4, positive 3. Then it says draw a set of axes like the one shown at the right on graph paper, and then plot the points 5, 2, negative 3, 1, 0, negative 4, and 2, negative 3. And that's your homework. And we will do as much on this as we can get done today. All right, so to recap, what did we do today? We looked at finding the perimeter of shapes with tiles. Okay. We looked at our formative assessments. We reviewed that. We found our grades in Google Classroom and Infinite Campus. We worked on our homework from 2.1.1, and we even introduced homework from 2.1.2. Not sure how much we're going to get to it, but that's the plan. All right, friends, have a beautiful Monday, September 25th, and I hope I will see you tomorrow.